Tenderay beef. No other beef so fresh, can be so tender, presents Hearts in Harmony, transcribed. K is for Kroger, C is for cut, B is for beef. KCB means Kroger cut beef, and Kroger cut beef means more meat for your money. Yes, Kroger cut beef gives you more meat, less waste, and the reason is this. Before the meat is weighed and priced, the Kroger method of cutting beef removes excess bone, excess waste, and stringy ends. Mind you, that's before the meat is weighed and priced, which means more meat for your money. And it's top U.S. government grades of beef. It's tender, juicy, rich red, and marbled with just the right amount of flavory fat. Yes, in Kroger cut beef, you get a better value in top-grade beef. For example, take a specific cut of beef, say a Kroger cut chuck roast. Before the roast is weighed and priced, the Kroger method of cutting beef removes excess waste and stringy meat. That means you get a better value because you get more solid meat, only a minimum of bone. Yes, you receive more meat, less waste, whether you buy a steak or roast. So visit your neighborhood Kroger store soon. Make it a rule to get Kroger cut beef. It gives you more meat for your money. And now, Hearts in Harmony. It's an ordinary afternoon in Rossville, ordinary for this time of year. The sky is a bright blue, cloudless and clear. There's a smell of fall in the air, though the light breeze is still heavy with the warmth of summer. Yes, it's an ordinary day in Rossville, but it's an unusual day for Penny Gibbs and Barry Carlton, or it's about to be. Hand in hand, they walk through the gardens of the Carlton mansion, and Barry says,
"You've been silent a long time, Penny. What are you thinking?"
Oh, just how beautiful the gardens are, Barry. Wish we'd walked here early in the year.
Somehow we never had time, though, did we?
No, we've been kind of rushed.
Everything seems rushed. Time itself seems rushed. The summer's gone, and the last I remember, spring was just beginning.
Yeah, it does seem only yesterday, doesn't it?
Except when you think of all that's happened since then.
An awful lot's happened, hasn't it?
Yes. So much it's hard to believe.
A lot of it's too good to be true. I'd give anything if some of it weren't true.
Yeah, so would I. But we can be grateful for all the good things.
You know, if when I look back on the last 6 months, all I could remember was meeting you and falling in love with you, then I'd be satisfied.
Won't you include my loving you? Isn't that part of what makes you happy?
Oh, yes, darling. Your loving me makes it all complete. And it's wonderful to feel that things are complete, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But we still have some unfinished business for the future.
Yeah, I know. And that's the most important.
It's the only important thing, darling.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I've hardly been able to think of anything else. Oh, Barry, what a lovely fountain.
Yeah. I used to fish here when I was a kid.
Oh, no, you didn't. Are there any fish left?
Well, I was a very poor fisherman. Where do you see?
Golly, they're enormous things.
Yeah.
I didn't know goldfish came so big.
Well, these came small enough, I guess, but their rugged outdoor life seems to have been good for them. You want to sit down here and watch them?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Right on the edge of the pool.
Is this where you sat when you were a little boy?
Mm-hmm. Just about here.
What were you like then?
Oh, spoiled and selfish. A long-haired brat in short pants.
Oh, that isn't what your mother told me.
Oh, you've been checking up on me, have you?
I started checking up a long time ago. I wanted to know what I was getting into.
And what are we getting into, Penny?
We, have to come to a definite decision about that, don't we?
Well, I thought we had, but that we didn't know yet what to do about it. You haven't changed your mind about wanting to marry me, have you?
No, darling. Nothing will ever change my mind about that again.
Well, then, it's just a question of when and how, isn't it?
And of how other people feel about it.
Oh, yes.
Barry, did you tell your mother what we decided to do?
No.
Well, don't you think you ought to?
'Tisn't necessary. She guessed it without my telling her.
Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, I was going to.
When?
I'll tell you now. But you won't like what she said.
I can imagine what she said. She objects.
Violently. She says I'll regret it for the rest of my life.
And will you?
The only thing I'll regret is not marrying you, Penny. That is, if you'll still have me.
You know I will.
Then Mother's objection doesn't count?
Of course it counts, Barry, but we said that we'd live our own lives. We said we wouldn't care what other people thought, even what our own families thought.
Yes, we did, and I meant it.
Well, so did I. Still goes.
Does with me, too. Penny, how about your mother? Have you told her yet?
No, but I think she has a vague idea.
What'd she say?
Nothing, really. It was the way she looked at me and kept asking questions I couldn't answer.
Well, don't you think you ought to tell her?
Yes, I think I should. I know what you'll say.
Yeah, probably pretty much the same thing my mother said.
I think so.
But you're going to have to tell her, Penny, or are you just about to tell me that it's all off?
Barry Carlton, you stop it. It's not all off. No matter what our families say, no matter how right they are in saying that we're making a mistake, I love you. I want to marry you.
Okay, then. Let's be married now.
What do you mean now?
I mean now, today.
Oh, Barry, we can't do that. Are you crazy?
We can, by tonight. I know a place where we can get a license and everything all at once and in a matter of just a few
But
hours.
that's so soon.
Well, it's ours yet. We'll never be married if we have to wait until our families consent. You know that. They're going to be furious when they hear what we've done. But when we come back as Mr. and Mrs. Barry Carlton, why, they'll have to accept it. And if they like, we'll have a formal wedding later. Now, how about it, darling?
Let me think about it a while.
All right. You can think about it.
All right.
You can think for just 1 minute.
Well, all right. Oh, Barry, it does sound wonderful.
Will be. And that town isn't far from here. You know the place, too. It's Heatherton. Let's go. Tonight, this evening, early.
Would you be shocked if I said all right?
Well, I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
I don't want you to be disappointed.
Well, look, we'll leave at 7 then, and we'll be in Heatherton by 10. And by midnight, you'll be Mrs. Barry Carlton.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Mrs. Barry Carlton.
Come on, then. We'll go tell Mother and then get on that phone and tell you.
No, look, let's not do that. Let's leave them notes. It'll be so much easier. Barry, I couldn't bear to see Mother's face when I tell her. She'll think I'm doing something wrong, even though I know it's right.
All right. We'll leave notes. Run home now, pack a bag. Tell them it's for a picnic if anyone asks. And I'll be at your house at 7, and we'll be on our way before anyone can say one word of argument against it.
Hey, Penny! Doorbell's ringing.
Oh, I'll get it, Freddie.
Good. Hi, Penny.
Oh, hello, Johnny.
Well, you look as if you're dressed to go somewhere.
Oh, I am.
Obviously. You look lovely, Penny.
Thanks. Oh, Jed's waiting for you, I guess.
Yeah, I guess he is. I said I'd be here at 6:30. It's almost 7. You aren't trying to get rid of me, are you?
Why do you think that? I merely mentioned that Jed was waiting for you because I know he was.
Look, Penny, I've known you much too long to be fooled by you.
Jed is waiting for you.
Yes, I know, but I think you're waiting for something, too. Or should I have said someone?
I'm waiting for someone, yes.
And happily, too. That's an awfully sweet smile you're displaying this evening. What time did Barry say he'd be here? Or am I asking too many personal questions?
I don't think there was anything personal in that. Barry said he'd be here at 7.
Well, he ought to be here right now. Unless he's not as anxious to see you as you are to see him.
You mean I really appear anxious, hmm?
Well, if you don't stop twisting that handkerchief of yours, it's going to be in shreds.
I guess I'm giving myself away.
What's up, Penny?
Nothing.
Oh, well, there's the doorbell, and if Barry's as prompt as he is lucky, he's the one who's ringing.
Well, he said he'd be on time.
Hello, darling. All set? Oh, hello, Johnny.
Hiya, Barry.
Oh, yes, I'm all ready, Barry.
And are you beautiful?
Oh, you have good taste, Barry.
Johnny, it's not only good taste, it's good luck. Well, Penny, let's go.
Yeah, my hat's on, my
I'll
coat's
carry
on.
your coat. It's warm enough so you won't have to wear it.
All right.
Well, night, Johnny.
So long.
Good night, Johnny.
Good night, Penny. And, best wishes, too.
Best wishes for what?
Well, I think you know for what. Congratulations, Barry.
Oh, you think they're in order?
Uh-huh. You see, as I came up the walk, I saw Penny's suitcase behind the hedge.
Well,
I hope you'll both be happy. Very happy. I know you will. When is it, tonight?
Oh, yes, we're going to Heatherton right now. Johnny, you won't say anything to the family, will you?
Don't they know?
They'll know later tonight when they find my note. Oh, Johnny, please don't say anything.
I won't.
Thanks, Johnny, and thanks for being such a good sport.
Well, thanks for thinking I am. Good night, Penny.
Good night, Johnny.
So long.
Bye.
Hey, who's opening and closing the door out there?
Penny isn't here, Freddie.
Huh? Oh, is that you, Johnny?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, Mr. Billings is going to bite your head off, Johnny. You're late.
Yeah, I'll go in and see him in a minute.
Well, you made the appointment for 6:30. I didn't. Hey, where's Gibbsy gone?
She's gone.
She's gone, huh? Oh, well, then that other voice I heard out here must have been Barry.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you, Johnny?
Nothing.
Oh, yeah? Listen, you're enough miles away to be on the other side of the world.
Oh, no. I'm not that far away, Freddie.
Well, then how far? Just as far away as that car is out there, huh? Hey, what's Barry rolling tonight? The big limo or the snappy open job?
I really don't know.
Johnny, that guy's got more cars than a factory. Yeah, I might have known it. Night like this, he's driving that speedy-looking convertible job. Some guys have what luck. All I can run Nora around in is a truck. Unless she'd like to go out for a Sunday drive in a tractor. Johnny, wouldn't that be something coming down? What's the matter, Johnny?
Oh, nothing much.
Well, first it was nothing, and now it's nothing much. I think I catch on, though. But I didn't know it rubbed you the wrong way to see Penny and Barry out together.
It doesn't.
Well, you sure act as if it... Hey, Johnny, you were talking to them just before they left, weren't you? Is it something they said to you that's hit you this way?
No.
Look, Johnny, you can't kid me. I'm no college graduate, but I have some brains. Come on, what's up?
Well, nothing that ought to concern me, Freddie.
But it does, though. I think I've got an idea what it is, too, Johnny. Where are they going? You know? You do know, don't you?
Do you?
Well, no, not exactly, but I've got a hunch. It isn't just out for a drive, either. They getting married?
If they were, what would you say?
What would you say?
Well, it wouldn't be any of my business.
Oh.
But if it were my business, I'd say I wish they wouldn't.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I wish they wouldn't. Because it just isn't right. I know it just isn't right.
So Penny and Barry are going to be married. Will they actually be man and wife in a few hours? Or will something yet keep them from doing what everyone believes is wrong? Be sure to listen to the next dramatic episode of Hearts in Harmony. KCB. KCB. KCB means Kroger cut beef, and Kroger cut beef means more meat for your money. That's right. Kroger cut beef gives you more meat, less waste. Because before the meat is weighed and priced, the Kroger method of cutting beef removes excess bone, excess waste, and stringy ends. For example, if porterhouse steak is your favorite, you'll find that at Kroger's you don't pay steak price for stringy ends and waste. The Kroger method of cutting beef removes the long stringy end and excess waste before the steak is weighed and priced. But see for yourself by visiting your Kroger store. Notice that you get more meat, less waste, and it's top U.S. government grades of beef. Beef that's tender, juicy, rich red, and marbled with just the right amount of flavory fat. So remember, whether you buy a steak or roast, Kroger cut beef gives you more meat for your money. Yes, everybody's happy when you go to your neighborhood Kroger store for Kroger cut beef. Your family loves the deliciousness, the juicy flavor of Kroger beef. You love the way it cooks up so perfectly. And your pocketbook loves the fact that Kroger cut beef gives you more meat for your money. So get some without delay. Make it a rule to get Kroger cut beef and get more meat, less waste at your neighborhood Kroger store. Be sure to listen in tomorrow, same time, same station, for another absorbing transcribed chapter of Hearts in Harmony.